If you can park right outside. Well, not in that parking lot, obviously. It looked awful. There you are. How's my favorite relative? Mwah. Mwah. How are you? Oh, let me sit down first. Pardon me. I am so happy you invited me to lunch. How are you? How are things? How's school? You made any friends? Lovers? Well, you are of a certain age. You should be enjoying life. And one of the greatest things life can offer you is a good man. Preferably one with a good credit score. Sorry, I must take my scarf off. It was so hot in here. My sunglasses too. Don't want to be tacky. So, I haven't seen you since I got back from Morocco. Oh, what a wonderful place. Such an exotic location. I met quite a few men there that would be perfect for you. Of course, your age. I would never put you up with someone that's 40, 50s. It's not the kind of relative I am. So, what are the specials? Well, I must admit, I may have done a little premeditated research before I came here. Well, I've never been to a place so unique. Now, obviously, I've been to my fair share of interesting locales. When I was in Morocco, I met this gentleman and his wife, well, two wives, and they were so kind and welcoming. Anyway, they welcomed me in. And we went to this sort of bazaar in the middle of the desert. It was scorching hot, but then we welcomed. It is as if in an oasis had woken up. Or perhaps it was the hookahs they were smoking. I don't know. I may have lost a day in that bazaar on account of the smoke. So, what are the specials? What are chicken tenders? Caesar salad. Sounds unique, interesting. I love trying new things. Are you going to get a drink? Oh no, I'm not going drinking anymore. No, I stopped drinking in the 90s. Oh goodness, you should have seen me. Imagine if Ramona Singer crossed with an ape. That's what I looked like. I lost half my life to alcohol, and I'm not about to lose the second half. These few years are about enriching my experience on the planet while I'm still here. I will say though, I do have a glass of Chardonnay every night. But it's the only way I can tolerate my husband, you know, your Uncle Frank, got a divorce a few years ago. Well, of course, you obviously know I got remarried. Where's most changed in my life? This trip was so eye-opening. I need to be with a man who respects my time, who respects me. I have the divorce papers in my bag. I'll be issuing to them to Frank when I get home. Oh, this looks different. A cheeseburger? That sounds tasty. I've never had a burger before, but from what I've heard, it's a very savory dish. Are you fucking kidding me? It's quite a savory dish. And I'm always interested for new experiences. How's my lipstick look? I'll reapply. I got this bag in France a couple of years back. Isn't it gorgeous? Feel it. That's genuine leather. Oh, unzipped it. Forgot to unzip it. I completely forgot I brought you back a gift. Well, you are my favorite relative, so I wouldn't be the person that I am if I didn't bring you back something special. This candle. Smell that. Doesn't it smell simply divine? Handcrafted by a Moroccan merchant in the city. It's a lovely piece. You should try it. Here you go, dear. Where is the waiter? I am positively famished. I haven't eaten since I got off the airplane. And I'll say airplane food these days has just... Well, back when I was your age, airplanes used to serve the most wondrous of meals and beverages. I once had caviar and mint, gorgeous 18th century wine in first class, but now it's just, here's your sandwich. My sandwich? I paid this much for a deli meat and not just cheese. Not goat cheese, not oak cheese, not breast milk cheese, just cheese. Absolutely not. I wouldn't stand for it. Oh, hello, dear. I will have the cheeseburger and a glass of ice water if you could. I'd appreciate it. Thank you. Are you going to order? You're not hungry? Why don't you come to lunch then? What is the point of eating out if you're not even going to eat? Get her a glass of iced water, please. Oh, thank you. So, oh, thank you. My goodness, that was quick. It's almost as though it was sitting there this entire time. This water is cute. Terrible. There is a part of me that misses alcohol, but I can't go back. Not with what it done me. Not with what it did to me in the early 2000s. Picture 2002, New Year's Eve. We were at my grandfather's house. Yes, he had just turned 130. Poor man. He was in terrible health. Anyway, I had met this fabulous man, or who I assumed he was fabulous. We were staring and looking into his eyes the whole night. Well, needless to say, we decided to go upstairs and have some fun. Mid-coitus, I heard a knock at the door, and I said, "Occupied." My grandfather walked in, and he witnessed something that not even the Vietnam War could do. Put him in his grave. Needless to say, then, I swore alcohol off. until one lunch in 2005. I had a few sips, glasses of rosé at a friend's bat mitzvah. It was a lovely reception, my Jewish friend. You may have heard of her, Jill Zarin of the Housewives. Well, needless to say, I may or may not have drank a few too many glasses of rosé, and when it came time to carry the little boy on his chair, his big chair for the ceremony, I pushed him off and jumped on the chair myself. I was so inebriated I didn't even notice the poor thing. Oh, he must have broken a rib or two. That was the moment that I completely cut alcohol out of my system forever. Until 2008, I was at a wedding and they were serving this exquisite champagne imported freshly from Italy. And unfortunately, I made the mistake of having a glass or 7. And while they were renewing their vows, I started singing a rendition of My Heart Will Go On. And as I was doing that, I started to reenact the scene where Jack and Rose were sort of drifting along in the ocean. And I was on the roof during this. And I was Rose on the roof, and the bride was, or the groom was Jack. I may have let go a little too hastily, and he was impaled on the fence post. Needless to say, I have not had a sip of alcohol since. I'm not proud of myself, but I am proud of who I have become. I have not had a sip of alcohol since March 30th, 2008. Wait, was that 2000? Scratch that, it was 2009. March 30th, 2009. Yes. I was at a business meeting and I had a quite stressful morning. I ran out of caviar for my toast, and my driver was late as usual, but this was important. This was the meeting that was going to set my company up top, and I may have been drinking my feelings, so I arrived for work with one shoe on, both my dress completely exposed, not even no bra, I was not wearing a bra, and my hair was a mess, my makeup was a mess, and I kissed just about every person on the way in. Needless to say, we did not go global. I'm fine. No, I don't need alcohol. No. My life is perfectly fine the way it is, and I must thank you for inviting me. Oh. Is that my phone? Hello? What do you mean, the parking lot? There's one parking lot. Yes, I told you not to park in that lot. Well, I don't know what you want from me, dear. I have to take this, you understand, don't you? You did what? Well, she